Welcome to another episode of Harness News Update. I'm your boy, Trey Colbeck. This is April 23rd, 2024. Excuse me, of all times for a cough to come. It was right then. I'm feeling great today. It's great Tuesday. We're going to recap all the action from over the weekend across North America, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and of course last night. And we're here live on our presenting sponsor, HarnessLink.com, because HarnessLink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid. HarnessBid is a game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. Provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customer. Zero commission on any horse sold. So check out so you don't have to worry about those hefty commission fees eating into your profits, so you don't have to worry about them if you're buying a horse as well. Visit harnessbid.com for more. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. Like I said, recapping the action. We're actually going to kick off with what happened last night at Yonkers, and then we'll proceed through the weekend like I normally do. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, share, follow, all the wonderful things you can do on social media. Make sure to follow the show, follow me at Trey HarnessLink, follow HarnessLink on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, whatever you're watching on. Just make sure to follow and do everything you need to do. I feel like a chill day today. I don't know if you see, but I got my Jets jersey on. It's a good hockey day. We got baseball on today, got horse racing on today. I feel like a nice, chill day, so I'll still cover everything like always, but let's just have some fun. If you got some questions or comments, please throw them up in the comments. We'll talk about them. I'll always try to talk about them if there's some conversation there to be had. Maybe if there's things you want to see on the show, throw them up in the comments. If there's things you don't want to see anymore on the show, throw them up in the comments. And let's just have some fun with it. So here we go. Let's kick into our recap action of the weekend. We're going to kick off last night, Borgata Series at Yonkers Raceway. Race 8 was the Borgata Series final. Oh, I'm getting stuffy. That's never a good sign. Race 8, 457,000 up for grabs. A field of 8. I got the whole clip here for you. Let's watch who wins this and takes this one home.
The field for race 8, the MGM Borgata Pacing Series finals behind the gate and in the hands of the starter. Currently 6-5 on the 2-line drive. Hanover, even money on the 4, Desperate Man. These two face off in the final. This field's in motion, and they're off in the MGM Borgata Pacing Series final. Hullabaloo from the center for the lead. Along the cones is Covered Bridge between horses. There's Line Drive Hanover. 3 wide on the first turn is Desperate Man. Dropping into 5th is What Stanley Got. He's a length and a half ahead of Coach's Corner. The 2 trailers are Rock and Roll Runa and Duncan. Here comes Line Drive Hanover. Right after Line Drive Hanover is Desperate Man. The 2 favorites going to hook up early. Hullabaloo grudgingly gives way. He's now back in 3rd through an opening quarter and a contentious 26-4. 4th is Covered Bridge. He's already 4.5, 5 lengths from the lead. 2 more back to What Stanley Got. He's a length and a half in front of Coach's Corner. 3 back to Rock and Roll Runa. Another 3 to Duncan. On the front end, it's Line Drive Hanover. Parked and pressing his Desperate Man. Like I said, the 2 favorites have hooked up early, and they're going to trip the half mile together in 53-1. Identical 26 4/4 here. Line Drive Hanover and Desperate Man hounds him the entire way. Hullabaloo ready to roll in the pocket. Covered Bridge gapping slightly in 4th. Here comes Coach's Corner from the back. Bartlett and Coach's Corner have a full head of steam coming at the leading trio. Then we come back to Rock and Roll Runa, who picks up the cover. what Stanley got just moved between horses. 3/4 a wicked 121-1. Hullabaloo right now. Gingras just went 3 wide, and Hullabaloo paced past both Line Drive Hanover and Desperate Man. On the scene is Coach's Corner. What Stanley got trying to get around the 2 favorites who are both beaten tonight. Hullabaloo opened up a 3-length lead. Coach's Corner's trying to reel him in. Hullabaloo. Coach's Corner. Hullabaloo made a mockery of the MGM Borgata Pacing Series and won it by 2. Final time for the mile was 1:50-2.
Yeah, big win there by Hullabaloo at 11-1. And reigning champion after winning last year's in 150-3. Does it 1/5 of a second quicker this year. 150-2. Yannick Gingras in the bike for trainer Ron Burke. Big win there. This was the first win of the year for Hullabaloo. 27th of his career. Really, he's at 1.4 million in earnings. Was Pennsylvania bred. Congratulations there to all the connections for that Borgata Series win. Race prior, it was the 276,000 Blue Chip Matchmaker final. 8 mares going a distance of 1 mile. Let's watch this and see how it ends.
The field for race 7, the Blue Chip Matchmaker final is on the track, behind the gate, and in the hands of the starter. 8-5 from the cones on the number 1 Leader Rose. 5-2 right next door on Coachella Bound. 3-1 on the 4 Doug's Babe. This field's in motion. Thereof, Michaela tries for the lead. Inside Coachella Bound along the cones is Leader Rose. Far outside, Delightful Catherine. They're mixing it up early. Back in 5th is Tony's Mom, who's followed by Doug's Babe. The 2 trailers are In Case You Didn't Know and Karma Sealster. And now Delightful Catherine, after the leave attempt, is all the way at the back of the pack. Coachella Bound, not for long. Here comes Brennan and Michaela. Coachella Bound and Gingras release the lead to Michaela. She clears right around the quarter pole and has a length lead. Michaela takes him to the quarter in 27-1. Coachella Bound a length and a half back in 2nd. Same margin to Leader Rose, the favorites in 3rd. She's 4.5 from the front. In 4th is Tony's Mom. Gap of 3 to Doug's Babe. A gap of 2 to In Case You Didn't Know. Then Karma Sealster and Delightful Catherine can see them all as they come past the stands. For the first time, led by Michaela. 2-time winner in the series. Michaela has a 2-length lead over Coachella Bound. Leader Rose waits in 3rd. A 56 second half mile. 28-4 second quarter for Michaela. Michaela's a length and a half to the good of Coachella Bound as Brennan pops the plugs on the leader. Coachella Bound stays in 2nd. Here comes Leader Rose and Patrick LaChance picking up the covers. Tony's Mom. 5th along the cones is Karma Sealster. Excess cover for Doug's Babe. Delightful Catherine 7th. In Case You Didn't Know trails. Michaela and Leader Rose. They hook up as they come to 3/4 and 124-1. Michaela's held Leader Rose at bay so far. Coachella Bound and Gingras waiting for room. Tony's Mom, Bartlett, tries to go to work on her. The field's off the turn and into the stretch. Leader Rose trying to get by a stubborn Michaela. Waiting for room is Coachella Bound. Off the turn. Leader Rose. Michaela battles back. Leader Rose starting to edge away. Michaela late pace from Coachella Bound, but they come to the line, and the Blue Chip Matchmaker goes to Leader Rose. Coachella Bound got Michaela for place. Final time for the mile was 1:52-3.
Yeah, big win there by Leader Rose. The Quebec bred and owned Leader Bayama product gets it done. This was her 5th win of the year, 51st of her career. She's has 1.3 million in career earnings. Pat LaChance was in the bike. He trains as well. Congratulations there to everyone involved with that as well. There was Constellations as well. The Borgata was race 6. We'll just watch the last little bit of this one. Let's see how it goes.
Last is Leonidas. First is Fun at the Beach. Fun at the Beach, 3/4 of a length. 3/4 and 124-1. Here comes Vengeance Autumn to turn up the pressure now. Some moments on there, ready to roll out of the pocket. Then this is the plan. 3 wide for Backstreet Shadow. Venturesome Arden off the turn and into the stretch. Bartlett pulled the plugs, and he quickly opened up a length on a backpedaling Front of the Beach. Some moment somewhere. Please let me know. Looks for room. Far outside Backstreet Shadow. Deep stretch. Venturesome Arden. Going to take the console by a length. Then it was Some Moment Somewhere. And please let me know. Tight for fourth. Final time for the mile. 152.
Sorry, it's 152 and 1. Jason Barlett wins that one with Venturesome Arden. And then one race before that, race 5, was the Blue Chip Matchmaker Constellation. We'll pick this one up at the 3/4 mark as well.
The cover of Man, Don't Forget Me. Excess covered Easy to Please through 3/4 and 124 and 4. Then Sal El Soleil and Creme Delight. The field makes their way on the turn. Bartlett trying to keep Racine Bell going 3 wide. Here comes Jive Dancing and Kakeli with a big rally along the cones. Treacherous Penny between horses. There is Man, Don't Forget Me off the turn. Racine Bell's in deep water. Here comes Jive Dancing. Jive Dancing down the center. And Jive Dancing begins to edge away here. She's going to take the Blue Chip Matchmaker by opening up 2 lengths. Maybe Racine Bell over a hard charging Easy to Please for the place. Final time for the mile.
Yeah, sorry. Time for the mile was 154 and 1 for Jive Dancing at 19 to 1, and Matt Kakali gets the win there in the Blue Chip Matchmaker Constellation. That was the big heap of things that happened last night at Yonkers. We'll go to Friday. They had racing at Yonkers on Friday as well, and then we'll get into our normal kind of schedule here. 2 drivers picked up 2 wins on Friday at Yonkers. Here's a good comment here, actually, before we move on. Thank you, Lewis. Zeron usually doesn't make a driving mistake like that. He cost them both if he lets Matt go at the end. Yeah, it was a very interesting race, I think, for sure, if you're talking about the Borgata finals. But that's why we run the race, right? We have to run the race, and the favorites don't always win, and sometimes mistakes happen and things happen. But we'll go on to Friday at Yonkers. Matt Kakali gets 2 wins. He picks up his first win in race 2 with Golden Quest in 153 flat. And then he would also go to race 8, Vineyard Hanover in 153 and 2. This is a 9-year-old gelding by Well Said. And Brett Holland would also pick up 2. He'd get his first win in race 6 with Rockin' Philly in 153 and 2. That's an 8-year-old mare by Rock and Roll Dance. And then race 7 here at 11 to 1, 7 Shades of Gray in 156 and 4, 11 to 1 upset. A 6-year-old gelding by Chapter 7. Some big wins there. Now we'll kind of get to our normal way I do things. We'll go to tracks that only had action on Friday, and there was only one that had just racing on Friday that we'll look at, and that was Fraser Downs. Late night racing at Fraser Downs again. Big 10 race card. There was a preferred pace in race 7. That was the big one. 10,000 up for grabs. Field of 6. We'll pick this one up coming home here and see how it ends.
Vertical squirt and waiting on a river. 3/4, 123 and 1. Midway on the final turn, Sunshine Boy leads it by 2.5. It'll be fine. Army Captain Hanover and Pure Form Mr. Tuffy. They're off the turn and into the stretch. And it is Sunshine Boy. It'll be fine. Trying to close up the passing lane. Sunshine Boy, it'll be fine. Sunshine Boy to win it. It'll be fine second. Army Captain Hanover third. I think it's Vertical Squirt fourth. 150.
Yeah, cuts up there 151 and 2 there for Sunshine Boy and Scott Knight. The Sun Beach sired gelding gets the win. Jim Marino trains. This was Friday night at Fraser Downs Preferred. Scott Knight, this would actually be his second of 3 wins. He'd be the only driver to get a hat trick Friday night at Fraser. Next track we'll move on to was Freehold Raceway. Had racing Friday and Saturday. We'll first look at Friday. One driver gets a hat trick, and that's Tyler Miller. He wins the first race of the day with Brookdale Maggie. I always mess up once in a while with the sound, and there it is. He would win race 1 with Brookdale Maggie in 2 minutes and 2 fifths. He then would win back-to-back races starting in the 8th with Don't Trip in 158 and 4. And here's race 9, Pocahontas de Luke Lackey. That's another. Oh, that's an Ontario bred. That's a horse I've definitely heard of. Wins in 158 and 4. I don't know why I thought it was Quebec bred, but it's Ontario bred, it says. Definitely one I've definitely heard of before. And yeah, and then on to Saturday at Freehold. Couple things we'll look at. Like I said, I'm in no rush today. I'm just trying to burn the clock out here until it's Jets game and Jays game and Oak Grove. I'm going to watch Oak Grove today. That's the track I'm going to watch, I think, mostly. So yeah, just trying to run the clock out. So thank you for joining me if you're here. But we're here at a Saturday at Freehold. We'll look at there was 2 races for the American Harness Racing Drivers Club Amateur. Race 5 was the first one. We'll pick this one up down the backstretch to see how it ends.
Has gone to 3/4 at 131. They was swinging in the final turn. All rise. Look at the pouring on here. He opens up by 4, and he's looking for more. Brickyard King is gapping in second, moving up from third towards the outside. That is pure success. They drive for the wire. They come for the payoff. All rise is still there. He opens up by 5. Battling for second is Brickyard King. Trying to battle with him. That is pure success with minor spoilers. But a deep stretch is going to be All Rise. Drives home to victory lane, coast to coast. In front. Holding on for second. That was Brickyard King. Very tight showing between Brownie and Spirit of Success.
Yeah, big 201 mile there for All Rise. 7-year-old gelding by Conway Hall. Tony Beltrami gets the win in the bike. And then there was the other amateur race in race 7. Shoemaker Hanover wins pretty handily in 159 and 1. John Calabrese wins this one. He trains this trotter as well. Let's see how it ends.
A1 trying to keep it close. 3/4 at 128.3 on the final turn. Shoemaker Hammer has got his shoes tied. He's ready to run away with it. Shoemaker Hammer opens up by 5. A1 is gapping in second. Up on the outside, the challenge for the second. Second is Landier. They drive for the wire. Shoemaker Hammer turns first. And the battle for minor sports, but a deep stretch. It's going to be Shoemaker Hammer at even money on the point. And he's in front. Landier gets off for second. Third was Grafenberg. Time for the mile, 159 and 1 on the trot. Shoemaker Hammer.
Yeah, and there's that. And then a couple of races later was the Preferred Pace. Race 9, 12,000 up for grabs. I missed the highlight there. You know, I'll just tell you, Captain Fancy wins that. I knew I missed it, and then I forgot to go back. Yeah, Captain Fancy wins that in 155 and 2. And then Austin Sigelman would actually get a hat trick as well Saturday at Freehold. He'd get his first win in race 4 at 15 to 1 here with Rock Me Always. Big win there in 156 and 4. You get his second win in race 8 with Franco Nandor in 156 and 3. Oh, wins by nose though in that one. In race 12 at 3 to 1, the Illuminator rounds out his hat trick. We'll now move on to the Meadowlands. The Meadows. I've made that mistake more than once. The Meadows had racing Friday and Saturday. On Friday, we'll kick things off with the Open Trot. Race 10. 19,200 up for grabs. Field of 6. Competitive field of 6. And we'll see how this one ends. We'll pick it up down the backstretch.
Legacy third, fourth is Jeffrey P. 3/4, 126 and 3. Around the final turn, Swan Legacy fifth. On the outside is Bjornsson as Jeffrey P. has to go 3 wide. They round the last turn. Killer Instinct continues to lead it. Emerald's Legacy second. Third on the outside is Jeffrey P., but bringing him into the stretch, it's Killer Instinct. Emerald's Legacy to the outside, but Killer Instinct is strong today, and they're not going to catch him. Emerald's Legacy second. Killer Instinct gets the win. The mile 154 and 3.
Yeah, big win there by Killer Instinct at 154 and 3 at 3 to 1. Hunter Myers was in the bike for that. Also on Friday, Ronnie Wren Jr. gets a hat trick. He gets his first win in the first race with we had a baby yet gets that boy 152 flat. I hate those names that are squished together. Wins that one big time. Wins that one there in 152 by a nose. The second win is the one we're watching here is Kingston's Bad Boy, and 152-2 is 4-1 minor upset. And then he'd get his third win, Ren, race 9 with Cellmate. Wins that one by a nose too in 153-4. On to Saturday at the Meadows. 2 drivers get hat tricks. The first one is Mike Wilder. Actually, sorry, he gets a grand slam. He gets his first win in race 3 with Captain Income in 155-3. It's the highlight we're watching here at 9-1. 6-year-old gelding by Captain Trentress. He get his second win race 8 with St. K in 155-1, and then race 9 Wild Wild West in 150-4, and then race 11 Colby Jack in 153-4. The other driver Dave Pallone gets a hat trick. He gets his first win in race 4 on Saturday with Skyway Ballistic. Wins by a neck in 153-4. Second win race 6 with Lions Beach Boy in 153-4. And here's race 10 hat trick time with Mufferaw Joe in 152-2. This 4-year-old by Better Than Cheddar. On to Buffalo, had racing Friday and Saturday as well. On Friday, one driver gets a hat trick, and that is Kevin Cummings. He gets his first win with Gemini Eddie in 2 minutes and 1/5 in the third. He then would win race 6 with Fireball at 6-1 in 157 flat. And then race 7 at 5-1 with Cashier in 159-4. On Saturday at Buffalo, he actually gets 3 more. He gets his first on Saturday in race 3 with RD Skippy in 157-4. Then would actually win race 8 for his second with Stop Action in 155-4. Going too quick here. I said I was going to be chill today. Oh, this is Buffalo Raceway. I apologize. I forgot to. I mixed. There's a typo there. And then he would get race 11 to make it the hat trick with Egomania in 155-3. And then here's Buffalo. They had the open pace race 7. Let's start 14,000, a field of 6. Let's see how it ends.
6-2. Into that far turn, Optical Illusion by a length. Lip Breeders 3 wide on the outside. In between them, that is Better Take It. Trying to wind it up from the back. That's William as they turn for the wire. Optical Illusion, Lip Reader on the outside. William the far outside. In between them, Better Take It. Optical Illusion, Lip Reader trying to wear him down. Lip Reader on the outside. Gets up in time over Optical Illusion. Then it may be William over 6 degrees at 155 2/5 seconds.
Yeah, 155-2 for Lip Reader and Drew Monty. A couple races later, race 9, we'll have the open trot, field of 7, 14,000. Let's see how this one ends.
It's 127-4. Make their way through that final turn. Crazy Ritz trying to open up on Power and Grace. Jack couldn't do it from the outside. Muskegum still 3 wide, but not really advancing as they come up at an 1/8 mile to trot. And it's Crazy Ritz who turns with the lead. Passing lane for Power and Grace. Outside Jack, far outside Muskegum. Crazy Ritz trying to see it through. Power and Grace. Crazy Ritz, Power and Grace. Crazy Ritz hanging on. Power and Grace for second. Then maybe BJ Smitty up the inside and 158.
Yeah, 158 there for Crazy Ritz. And that ends everything here at Buffalo Raceway. And again, I'm going to notice there's going to be another typo here. It's Cumberland we're going to look at next. It's going to say the Meadows again. But I just double-checked. This is the last track where I have it wrong. Cumberland on Friday. one driver gets a hat trick, and that was Kevin Switzer Jr. He wins the first one in race 2. In what did he do here? He wins with Cutter Loose in 202 and 1 there. He wins the second race in race 5 with Adriano Hanover in 157, and race 11 was hat trick with Pretty Gorgeous at 5-1 and 158 and 2. On Saturday at Cumberland, this is Cumberland, we had the Maine Amateur Driving Club in race 11. Let's see how this one goes.
Gone. Polyester with one big move. She's a giant this afternoon. 3/4 130. And Hunter Loftus displaying his talent out by 7. It's Polyester. They're begging at the back. Stop it, Hunter. All by himself. He looks back and you're in a zone alone. It's all Polyester. But what a great race for place +1. CBF Bantam. I'll call you later. Final strides, getting up for second. It was
that was a win by Polyester and Hunter Loftus here at 2-1 and 159 and 4 in the Maine Amateur Driving Club. There was also Kevin Switzer gets another hat trick on Saturday. He gets his first win in the first race in Bet on Joe in 159 and 3. Then he would win race 5 with Boogie Woogie Beavis in 202 and 1. And here's race 6, Beyond the Pass in 158 and 3. And again, this is Cumberland Raceway. And then we'll move on to Century Downs, ad racing Friday and Saturday. And the graphic should finally be corrected here. On Friday, there was a Fillies and Mares preferred race 6, 12,500 up for grabs with a field of 7. We'll pick this one up at the 3/4 mark. Let's hear Murray with the call.
Third, If Only I'd Known, and then mired in traffic, Outlaw Sharktastic, 3/4, 126 flat. It's Outlaw Blue Isle still doing good things up top. She's repelling Daisy Corvette so far. If Only I'd Known wants racing room from the inside, does not have it yet. Into the stretch, Outlaw Blue Isle, If Only I'd Known, Daisy Corvette, Century Mock coming late. It is Outlaw Blue Isle with If Only I'd Known driving to the line. Outlaw Blue Isle got it. She went wire to wire, defeating If Only I'd Known in 154 and 4.
Yeah, big Outlaw Blue Isle winning in 154 and 4 at 4-1. Minor upset there, beating out the favorite If Only I'd Known. This is Outlaw Blue Isle is a blue burner mare. And actually, Dave Kelly was in the bike. He trains this as well, but he was in the bike, and that was his 3rd win on the day, and he would end up winning race 7 as well to make it the Grand Slam. Saturday at Century Downs, race 4 was the preferred 12,500 field of 7. No Shark Week, so it's kind of open to anybody to win this. Let's see how this one ends.
It's just his 2nd start this year. It's his race to win or lose. He's got bonus round, though, at the heels, at the wheels, 2nd. And then it's Icy Blue Scooter. 3/4 was 126 and 2. And Dave Kelly in bonus round, out from the pocket and coming on. It's bonus round, tackling Samba Beat. And then it's Icy Blue Scooter and Whiplash Smile. Bonus round off that perfect 2-hole ride. He's got tons left coming home, and he is a sprinting off winner. It's bonus round in the preferred. He defeats Icy Blue Scooter by 5 lengths in 154 and 3.
Yeah, 154 and 3 there for bonus round. Another Dave Kelly who would sweep the preferreds there. This is a Santana blue chip gelding there. Also on Saturday, Phil Giesbrick, who's getting ready for the Western Regional Driving Championship, gets a Grand Slam. He gets his first win in race 2.
They turn for home.
I love hearing Murray talk so much. This is a race 2 here. 27 and 1 upset here in race 2 with Try Your Luck to kick things off. Giesbrick would also win race 3 with Big and Shiny in 158 and 1. Race 5 was hat trick time with one major hottie in 155 and 1. And race 10, Grand Slam, touch 'em all, Phil. Blast the Sunshine in 156 and 1. Hoosier Park is next. Friday, Saturday racing on Friday. A lot of opens, a lot of memorials to go over here on Friday. Let's see here. They had the Open 3 pace, 16,000. Oh, excuse me, coughing here. Yeah, 16,000. A full field of 10 here for the Open 3. Let's watch this stretch drive here at Hoosier Park.
124-1. Southside Kid trying to go all the way in front. Blacklist Z-Tam now on the outside, and also right there is Crown Hanover. Sonic Flare moving up. It is Blacklist Z-Tam who has taken over. Sonic Flare, Crown Hanover on the outside. Blacklist Z-Tam, Crown Hanover now taking the lead, and Crown Hanover has won. Blacklist Z-Tam second, then Sonic Flare and Aviator 151-3.
You know, I just realized that was the wrong race. That was race 3. That was a 8,500 claimer with Crown Hanover. The Open 3 pace was actually race 14. That was my bad. What do I have up next here? Maybe my videos might just be in the wrong order here. No, I completely missed it. Yeah, so the Open 3 was won by Your Wish is Granted in that one. This is race 8. I'm back on track here. This was the 20,000, the Jerry Landis Memorial final. Let's pick this up right here and see who wins.
Home, 3 quarters, 124-3. 29-2 third quarter, and shooting in place on the outside, now coming on quickly, trying to catch Captain Tell, who still holds on to the lead. Jackie Boy is third. JB's Cup of Joe. Captain Tell in front. Shooting in place, trying to close in. Jackie Boy third. ER Rambo fourth. Here comes Shooting in Place. On the inside, Captain Tell. These two close together. Shooting in Place wins. Captain Tell was second. Then Jackie Boy and ER Rambo in 152-1.
Yeah, Shooting Place gets that win. I apologize. I muted there. Jordan Ross was in the bike there with Shooting in Place. Jordan Ross, that was his third win and final win on the day, so he would end with the hat trick. A couple races later, race 12 was the 20,000 Mark Franson Memorial. We'll pick this one up down the stretch as well and see how it ends.
At the top of the stretch, 3 quarters, 123, third quarter, 28 seconds. Where's Drogan, 2.5 lengths in front. Sabonis now uncorking a rally on the outside. Packed with Luck is third. Here comes Sabonis, and Sabonis just goes right on by to take the lead. Where's Drogan back to second. Moving through on the inside, So Into You, but it is Sabonis to give Joey Putnam a second win tonight, winning here by 5. Where's Drogan was second, then So Into You and Warrior for Truth, 150 flat.
And 150 flat for Sabonis there. Now we'll move on to Saturday at Hoosier Park. Some opens again. Here's the Open pace is the first thing we'll look at. Race 8. 22,000 up for grabs. Let's see how it ends.
22-2. Off the turn, Little Rocket Man right alongside Spring in his step. Crooked Smile third. 4 lengths back to Rip Wheeler fourth. Final 1/8 of a mile. Little Rocket Man has taken the lead. Crooked Smile to the outside of Spring in his step. Then Rip Wheeler. It's Little Rocket Man in front in deep stretch. Little Rocket Man and John DeLong will hold off Crooked Smile to win it. Third was Rip Wheeler, then Spring in his step, 149-4.
Yeah, big 149-4 there in the pacing open. A couple races later to the trotting open, 22,000 up for grabs for a field of 7. They don't go sub 150, but let's see how they go pretty quick though. Let's see how it ends.
Three-quarter time, 125-4. 29-2 third quarter. Brookview Bolt now has to contend with MM's Dream, who's right there. MM's Dream is put ahead in front. Brookview Bolt is second. Famous Father is third. Far outside is Flagman trying to close in. It's MM's Dream with the lead. Famous Father, Flagman on the far outside is coming very fast. MM's Dream, Famous Father, Flagman. MM's Dream wins her return to the races tonight. Tight for second. Flagman charged right up there to be in the photo with famous.
Yeah, it's MM's dream getting the job done there. Jordan Ross was in the bike, and again, he gets another hat trick on Saturday after getting one on Friday as well. And last thing we'll look here. Ooh, that's my alarm. That should be going off. I'm already awake. The Open 3 trot, 16,000, race 9. Now let's see how it ends.
Cherry, head of the stretch, headed for home. 3/4, 125 and 4. They are in the stretch, and Toys for You's in front, but Goomster is now rallying up and moving past to take the lead. Southwind Cherry's also oncoming. Triathlon Oz is next. It's Goomster in front as Southwind Cherry is taken second. Triathlon Oz is next. Goomster and Kyle Wilfong, and they have won it. Southwind Cherry finishes second. Photo for third. Triathlon Oz for you. 153 and 4.
Got Goomster there, gets the win. And now we'll move on to the Meadowlands on Friday. What do we got going on here on Friday at the Big M? One driver gets a hat trick, and that's Todd McCarthy. He get his first win in race 3 with Hello Rocky. Wins by a nose in 152 and 4 at 5-1. He'd also win race 6 with Shake It Twice in 151 and 4. Race 9 here is his hat trick, 10-1. JL Cruz wins by a neck in 152 and 4. 13-year-old going by Crazed. On to Saturday at the Meadowlands. There was the New Jersey Maturity kicking off. Now, the first one, the New Jersey Breeders' Maturity for 4-year-old mares trot. There was 3 of these were non-wagering events held before the races. And here it is in the first one. Tactical Mounds, the 4-year-old Tactical Landing. She's all by herself. She's all on her lonesome. No one else entered. Purse of $12,500. I wonder who's going to win it all. You know what? Let's just watch.
And 3, so 28 and 4, 58 and 1, 127 and 3 as Tactical Mounds trots home here for Scott Suron in the New Jersey Breeders' Maturity first leg. Tactical Mounds is home in 156 and 1.
Big 156 and 1 mile there for Tactical Mounds. There was also a non-wagering next one for the 4-year-old Pacing Mares. Field of 3 this time. So it gets a little bit more interesting here. Let's see. I think I got the clip of them gathering here. Yeah, here they are. You got the 1 High Fashion Star, the 2 Pistol Annie, and the 3 Lisa Lane. Man, let's here they are, and we'll fast forward here to the stretch drive as well for them in a moment here. Let's see who wins it.
Fifths as 2 Pistol Annie, Deuce Pops right now, and Lisa Lane comes 3 deep. So the 4-year-old Pacing Mares are stride for stride here, 3 across the track. High Fashion Star digs in here to outsprint them. She is the daughter of Huntsville for Scott Suron and Mark Ford. And charging late as Lisa Lane is looking to win again with Patrick Ryder. Chris Ryder on the outside. It's going to be tight. High Fashion Star, Lisa Lane nails her on the line. Lisa Lane over High Fashion Star, 2 Pistol Annie third in 152 and 4.
Yeah, 152 and 4 there for the Pacing Mares. Next race, and that was Lisa Lane with Patrick Ryder, like you heard. Race 3 for non-wagering, a field of 4. Real tight finish here. You got the 1 Captain Bat Boy, the 2 Vukovalis, 3 O Debut, and the 4 Handle Like a Porsche. And again, we'll fast forward to the stretch drive, and here they are.
Comes Vukovalis out of the pocket, and Handle Like a Porsche swings to the outside as they come after Captain Batboy. 123 and 4, 27 and 3. Third quarter speed from Captain Batboy. Vukovalis on the outside bears down on him, and so does Handle Like a Porsche on the outside. Captain Batboy digging in. Vukovalis getting to him. Vukovalis, Handle Like a Porsche right there on the outside. Lunging late. Handle Like a Porsche is coming, and it's close. It's very tight. Vukovalis and Handle Like a Porsche, they hit the line together, noses apart. Then Captain Batboy, and on debut, 150 and 4, 27 flat. Final.
Yeah, 27. Sorry, it was actually rated at 26 and 4 closing quarter, and it was deemed a dead heat between Vukovalis and Handle Like a Porsche, while Captain Batboy finished third. And then there was one more, the 4-year-old. So those were the Pacers. And then there was also the 4-year-old Trotters. This was a wagering event, race 4 on the main card. Field of 3 after Celebrity Bambino was scratched. Let's see how this one ends.
Off the turn, into the stretch for the sprint home to the wire. Best Friend Volo now kicks clear by 2.5, 3 lengths. It's all Best Friend Volo. Challenger will try to hold on to second. Dire Straits looking for that place spot, but it's a romp here all the way for Best Friend Volo in the New Jersey Breeders' Maturity. Best Friend Volo. Challenger held on for second. Then Dire Straits in 152 and 4.
So it's actually got crazy. Yeah, Best Friend Volo wins that 152 and 4, winning by over a full second over those other second and 1/5 actually. Crazy. The non-wagering ones, other than that one horse race, but the other 3, the dead heat, nose and 2 kind of close finishes there on the other ones, and this one was won by 6 lengths. So kind of crazy how it works out, and we'll definitely keep it. We'll continue as those series continue, and hopefully more horses join. We're going to go north of the border for some stake racing action. We got the Ontario Spring Series and the Canadian Sire Graduate Series going on Friday at Woodbine Mohawk Park. First race, 18,000 up for grabs in the Ontario Sire Spring Series Trot for 3-year-old Colt and Geldings. Field of 6. Pick this up down the stretch. Leg 2.
8 and 3. Second panel trotted 29 and 4. Wheels Ablazing rides pocket. The Can-Am Banker continues third. Slaying the Day Away situated at the rail from in fourth. Then it's back to Steamer and HP Musical Alarm. No movement as they go into the final 3/8 of the mile as everyone respects Captain Vanya, who's on that lead just over a length in front. Wheels Ablazing is eyeing the leader from back in second now. The Can-Am Banker continues third. Here's Steamer on the move out of fourth. Pulling pocket, Wheels Ablazing. Quarter of a mile of racetrack to go at 3/4 in 128 and 2. Henry Calls and Captain Vanya didn't get a big response here on the outside. Comes Wheels Ablazing. Wheels Ablazing on the outside is coming on. In at the rail, fighting back is Captain Vanya. Captain Vanya finds more. Wheels Ablazing over trotted himself late, and Wheels Ablazing made a late break in stride. Captain Vanya's clear now. Home free. Captain Vanya wins by 4 lengths. Second best was the Can-Am Banker in 156 and 4.
Yeah, 156 and 4 there for Captain Vanya in with Trevor Henry in the bike. And again was the second leg. We also had 2 splits for the Ontario Series 3-year-old Colt Pacers second leg. Race 4 was the first one, 18,000 with a full field of 10. And I was wrong. We'll pick this up at the half-mile station. Let's see how it ends.
Shadow third. Halftime is 56 and 2. Then Honolulu Vacation at the rail fourth. Overland from in fifth now starts up Warrawee for Laura. On cover drives Max Patrick from the backfield. Chuck Hanover gets up into the flow. Further back, Mr. Andrew Truck rides the rail. Manhawk is outside ninth, and trailing 10th is Moonwalker. 3/4 bound, and Price Control at a heck of a price leads by 3. Price Control buzzes that 3/4 tower in 124 and 4. And it's Price Control swinging this field into the stretch. Back into second is Giggity, Giggity, Giggity. Third outside to Where Are We for Laura, who starts to dial in that leader now. Max Patrick rolling from the backfield during deep stretch. Price Control's running on fumes. Where Are We for Laura? Here on the outside comes Max Patrick now. Max Patrick at 10-1 with the upset. Holding second was Price Control. Then Where Are We for Laura was third. And a late drive from Chalk Hanover, who was up for fourth.
Yeah, 153-1 there at 10-1 for Max Patrick, like you heard, and Bob McClure. A couple races later was race 8, and that was the second split for the 3-year-old Colt Gelding Pacers in the spring series here. You know what? Let's just see. We'll pick this one up the half-mile mark and see how this one ends.
Third inside, Tamworth Boy. Then 2 likes back to Logan Behold from in fourth. Fifth overland, Tricky McQuickie. JMR Speakaway advancing on cover. Then inside 2, Southwind Circuit, Porter's Man, and Geronimo Creek. Round the final turn they go, and on that lead, Your Party regains a lead of a length and a half. Appears to have put away Great Bet, Pocket Sitter, Tamworth Boy. Tearing off cover comes Tricky McQuickie in the backfield, 3/4, 125 into the stretch. And it's Your Party up front. Pocket Sitter, Tamworth Boy. Trying to escape off the rail is Logan Behold. Tricky McQuickie down the center. Brushing up late comes JMR Speakaway. Deep stretch lead for Your Party. And it's Your Party on top of length. Second, Tamworth Boy escaping late from that 2-hole ride, but it is Your Party to win. Your Party in 153.
Yeah, that's Your Party in 153, getting the win there. We also have the Canadian Sire Graduate Series for 4-year-old second leg, rates 6, 25,000. Field of 8 here on the Trotter side. Let's see how it goes.
A 57-second first half. Back into fourth, Ghostly Casper. Then inside Osceola, fifth now. Mass Hysteria continuing along sixth. Hasty Bid seventh. Tyrone Bowtie trailing eighth. They move into the final 3/8 chasing. Tempo setter, Tuscan Prince. Tuscan Prince leads. Here's pressure on the outside coming from Like Chaos. Back into third is Passerino. Ghostly Casper advancing now closer fourth outside. Followed by Osceola, Mass Hysteria, and Hasty Bid, 3/4, 125-1. Turning for home. And still with that lead is Tuscan Prince. Pressure coming from Like Chaos. Passerino is bottled up. Off stride and switching to the pace went Tuscan Prince. Here's Ghostly Casper rushing up off cover. Ghostly Casper strikes the lead. Osceola's coming on with late speed, but in deep stretch, Ghostly Casper to win again. Osceola was second, up the inside Passerino. Hasty Bid fourth in 153-4.
Yeah, that's Ghostly Casper with Tyler fourth. A couple races later, race 9 was the Pacing Mares Canadian Sire Graduate Series. Real close finish here. Let's see how it goes at the half-mile station.
1/2, 28-4 that second quarter. Inside trip for Imadol, third, popped out first up. Lady Get Lucky into fourth now. Covered up is Miss Amber from in fifth. Covered ×2 for Momentary Control. One Last Wish, a buried seventh, and trailing from an eighth is Cheesy Smile. On their way to 3/4, they're chasing Talk Curdy to Me. She leads the way by almost 2 lengths. On Pocket Sitter, Powder Play. Lady Get Lucky first over into third with the cover. From in fourth is Miss Amber, 3/4 in 124-2, and they're into the stretch. Talk Curdy to Me still on that lead. Second to the inside to Powder Play. Lady Get Lucky on the outside. In at the rail is I'm a Doll. Miss Amber outside from in fifth in deep stretch. Talk Curdy to Me. Here's Powder Play. Powder Play on the outside closing in after Talk Curdy to Me. Talk Curdy to Me. Powder Play. Powder Play appeared to get there in 151-4.
Yeah, that was Powder Play beating out Talk Curdy to Me with Jody Jamieson in the bike. Now we'll go on to Saturday at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We'll kick things off here, race 6, with the Canadian side Pacers here. Field of 6, I'll tell you, Write Me a Rose wins with Doug McNair. Holds the lead for most of the race, but let's see how he does it.
Halftime is 55-2, 27-4 that second quarter, and they go into the final turn. Write Me a Rose leads on No Control. Back into third is Nighttime Dancer. Fourth inside there, Tracks Rye. Popping out of fifth now, Speaker of Peace is on the move. And trailer six, What You Looking At's on the attack as well. They go to three quarters. Write Me a Rose leading at a length. Second to No Control. Outside is Speaker of Peace into third. Buried at the rail, Nighttime Dancer into fourth now. Fifth outside, Tracks What You Looking At. Rye got shuffled to last. Three quarters of 124-4, and they come into the stretch. And after that soft third quarter, McNair calls on Write Me a Rose to sprint now, and he's opened up 2 lengths on No Control, who's back into second. Write Me a Rose still on top by that 2-length margin, and they're not going to catch him again. It's Write Me a Rose to win. 3 in a row for Write Me a Rose. Cruises tonight to win by 2, and he's home in 151-2. No Control was second.
Yeah, big win there by Write Me a Rose, like I said. Race 9, Preferred Pace, 36,000 in the purse. 7 pacers here. Post 7 was assigned to Tarasi, while posts 1 through 6 were drawn. Let's see how it goes here. Stretch drive.
Is Tarasi. Tarasi on top. Pressure came from Which Way to the Beach. 3 quarters up in 124-1, and it'll be sprint mode now for these guys as they chase Tarasi. Tarasi brings them up to 7/8, and he's got 2 lengths in the field. Rushing off Carvernell, Poseidon, Sealster. Emmett's Buddy scooting through. Then Which Way to the Beach in between. Tarasi still on top of length, and it's Tarasi. Tarasi, 9 straight. Tarasi in 151 to win again.
Yeah, Tarasi gets the job done there. Emmett's Buddy did close late to make it interesting, but Tarasi continues to roll. We also have the Philly Mare Preferred Pace Race 2 earlier in the day. Tells on a Roll continues her roll with Travis Cullen in the bike for Jody Cullen, but let's see how she wins this race.
3 off the lead, though, at 3 quarters in 124-1. Cullen buzzed that third quarter in 28 flat. And Tells on a Roll is packing once again as she's opened up 4 here in the blink of an eye. Back into second style for a mile, So Much More. Late speed from Gia Surreal. It is Tells on a Roll in deep stretch. Tells on a Roll will come to the line. She'll take this one by about 2 lengths. So Much More was second. Style for a mile third. 151-4.
Like I said, Tells on a Roll. And then we'll move on to Monday. Last night, one thing we'll look at, Preferred Trot Race 3. Amigo Volo wins it pretty handily in 151-3 with Tyler Porth in the bike. But you know what? Let's just see how it goes here and see how it ends up to wrap up our Woodbine Mohawk recap.
Quarters trotted 124-1/5. Amigo Volo found another gear coming out of the turn. Looks like Money lost 2 lengths on that leader pulling pocket. Here to the outside is Southwind Coors. Distance learning shooting through. Amigo Volo straight and strong here in deep stretch. Leads by 3 lengths. And it's Amigo Volo doing some pretty trotting late. Amigo Volo stretches out the lead to 5. And Amigo Volo is gone. The king of the preferreds, Amigo Volo wins by 5 lengths, and he's home in 151-3.
Now we'll move on to Harris, Philadelphia. Had racing Friday and Sunday. On Friday, one driver gets a grand slam, and that's Todd McCarthy. He get his first win in race 5 with absolute power in 152-3. He'd win his second race with Peppermint Man, in 151-2 at 8-1. Race 10 would be his hat trick at 6-1. Blood Moon wins by a neck here, just tight finish. And then race 11 is his 4th final win, Decision Day in 151 flat. On Sunday, Two drivers had hat tricks. One was Gio Napolitano Jr. He gets his first win in the first race with Play Jet Ray in 151 and 3. Then he would get his second win, race 4, with Locked Out in 159 and 2. And then race 12 with Terry Hanover in 152 and 4 at 11-1. Big upset there. And then actually Todd McCarthy would get another hat trick. He gets his first win on Saturday with Irvin Hanover in 150 and 3. He then would get a second win, race 13, with Last Pound at 3-1 and 155 and 2. And the race 14, Trooper, in 153 and 2. And then next track, we'll look at Cal Expo, racing on Friday and Sunday as well. On Friday, race 8 is the Lloyd Arnold free-for-all pace, 12,500 up for grabs. Pretty full field of 9 here. Let's see how this one ends.
Seconds through the third quarter, they're in the stretch, and Heaven's Gonna Rock has taken over the lead. Along the inside, Officer Jim. All my exes live in Texas looking for racing room. Far outside, it's Kamara. Trying to come back on the inside is Officer Jim. He does. Looking for racing room up the inside is Jerry Longo with a Major Omen. Far outside, it's Kamara. They come to the wire. Officer Jim wins it. Second goes to a Major Omen. Looked like Kamara was third over Unfiltered in 152 and 1.
Yeah, Officer Jim with James Kennedy there. James Kennedy would actually be his 4th of 5 wins on Friday night. On to Sunday at Cal Expo. Some more stake race action and some more things going on. We got the first race here is the California 3-year-old Colt Pace here, 20,000 up for grabs. We'll pick this up at the half and see how it ends.
Along the inside, Say So's wind up is third. Second up, Alien Art Form. Let's pay attention to the top 4. Along the inside, All-Star Wonder. About to draw even is Fiery Conclusion. Second up, Alien Art Form. Suddenly losing ground, Say So's wind up. And from the outside, Fiery Conclusion takes the lead by a parked out length. 3 quarters in, 127 and 1, 29 seconds for the third quarter. Fiery Conclusion has the lead, leads at half a length. Trying to fight back on the inside is All-Star Wonder. Alien Art Form has a shot while 3 wide. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Fiery Conclusion, the leader. Alien Art Form on the outside's gaining. It's still the leader, Fiery Conclusion. Outside, Alien Art Form. Alien Art Form takes the lead in the shadow of the wire. Fiery Conclusion was second. All-Star Wonder was third in 156 and 1.
Yes, right there. A win there by Alien Art Form in 156 and 1. 10-1 upset with Ryan Grundy in the bike. The 3-year-old fillies had their shot here for 20,000 in race 6. Only a field of 5. Let's watch how this one ends.
Neck in front. Along the inside, another tough woman holds position. Little Miss Boss is third, a length and a half. Followed in fourth by Suddenly Famous, dropping out of it, Positivemon Magic. On the outside, TJB Secretariat. On the inside, another tough woman. Right there in third, Little Miss Boss. 3 quarters, 126 flat, 28 seconds for the third quarter. Another tough woman reclaims the lead. On the outside, TJB Secretariat's trying hard, looking for racing room between horses. Little Miss Boss under a drive is another tough woman. Outside, TJB Secretariat to the inside, Little Miss Boss. Down the stretch they come. It's another tough woman to win it. Little Miss Boss is second. TJB Secretariat a good third in 155 and 1.
Yeah, big win there by another tough woman. James Kennedy in the bike there, and that actually would be his second of 3 on Sunday. Last thing we'll look at Cal Expo on Sunday here was the fillies and mares. 30,000 in the bill. Vallandigham pace. Let's watch this from the stretch and see how it goes.
124-2, 27-4 for the third quarter. On the inside, give me this dance. On the outside, it's Divine Art, and these two slug it out. What Cheer is 3 wide, and dropping out of it there was Graceful Horizon. Mid-stretch on the outside, Divine Art. Along the inside, give me this dance, and these two slug it out. Divine Art on the outside has the lead at the wire. Give Me This Dance was second. What Cheer was third. 152-3 in the Bill Vallandigham.
Yeah, and that's Divine Art getting it done in 152-3 there. And then we'll move on now. Go back to Canada here. Western Fair, Friday and Monday racing. On Friday, two drivers get hat tricks. The first we'll look at is Samuel Filion. He gets the first win in race 1 with All-Star Goldie in 2 minutes even. He then would win race 4 with Summer Crush in 2:01-3, and hat trick time race 7 with Rabarin Rose in 1:59-4. And then move on to the other driver here. Garrett Rooney gets 3 as well. He gets his first win in race 3 with Maryland in 2 minutes and 1/5. He'd also win race 5 with Take a Peek at Me in 1:59 flat. And then hat trick time for Rooney at 8-1, Seal the Dark in 1:59-3. And then on Monday, 2 drivers could pick up 2 wins. First is Daryl Thiessen. He gets his first win in race 1 with Better Style in 1:56-1. To get his second win, race 7 with State of Play at 2-1 in 1:56-1. This is a 9-year-old gelding by Shadow Play. Picks up 2 wins there, Daryl. And then the second driver to get 2 is Alfred Carroll. He win his first race in race 8 with He's a Handyman in 1:57 at 12-1. Big upset, decent upset there. And then he would win with the favorite in race 10, Doc's Philly Cheese. Then we'll look at Vernon Downs. Had only racing on Saturday. 2 drivers could get hat tricks, though. The first we'll look at is Frank Afriti. He'd get his first win in race 3 with Villena in 1:58-3. He'd get his second win race 4 at 7-1 with Summer Chrome. And then hat trick time race 13 with Ameritrick in 1:55-4. The other driver to get 3 wins at Vernon Downs on Saturday was John McDonald. He got a natural hat trick 3 in a row, starting off with race 7 with Rock Solid Express in 1:55 flat. And I'm going too fast for the replay here. John McDonald we'll look at next, 1:55 flat in race 7 with Rock Solid Express. You get a second win race 8 with no sports, pun intended, in 1:53-4. Then race 9 with Prairie Panther in 1:54 flat. Move on to Northfield Park. Had racing Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, 1 driver gets a hat trick, and that's Kurt Sugg. He gets his first win in race 4. with 157 and 4. He got his second win in race 8. Lady Holly in 159. And race 9 here, no Nap Nash in 158 and 2. On to Sunday. The open trot was race 2, 18,500 up for grabs, field of 7. Let's watch this.
First up, off 3/4, 126 and 4, 28 and 3 backside, less than a quarter of a mile from the money, jogging to the bank, hasn't been able to shake free from Tricks and Stones, who's trying to wear him down. Double account crying out for the passing lane. Doc's Beard will have to fan 3 wide, then Big Bad Caviar. 1/8 of a mile left to go. Tricks and Stones with a narrow lead, but jogging to the bank has pylon position. He'll cut the corner. Tricks and Stones down the center has the lead. Jogging to the bank at the inside, then double account. It's Tricks and Stones. Tricks and Stones at 7-1. Then jogging to the bank and double account. Big Bad Caviar.
Yeah, that was Tricks and Stones winning in 156 and 1 with Ronnie Red Jr. in the bike. And that would actually be his first of 4 wins on the day. He'd also win races 3, 8, and 15. Open pace was race 13, a field of 9. Let's see how this one ends.
The Real Ways had a perfect journey, but he's jammed in the pocket. 3/4, 124 and 1. The pace picks back up, and they move into the far turn. And Bernie is the leader. Mull of Kintyre now on the outside is up to be second. Then the Real Way. Lightning on the Beach has open road now. There's less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Bernie tries to see it through. The Real Way tries to spring the mild upset off the perfect trip, and Mull of Kintyre down the center. Bernie still has the lead. He's trying to dig in. Mull of Kintyre's got him, though. Mull of Kintyre at 14-1. Then Bernie in the Real Way, 153.
Yeah, 153 for Mull of Kintyre at 14-1, and Justin Irvin in the bike, and he too would get a hat trick. That would be his second of 3. He would win races 11 and 14 as well. Back north of the border, Flamborough Downs had racing Saturday and Sunday. One driver could only get 2 wins on Saturday, and that again was Samuel Filion. He'd win race 3 to start things off with Majestic Virgin in 157 and 1. He'd also win his second win with Treasure T. He actually got second in this one, but placed first. So we still count it here on the show because it's a win in the record books. On to Sunday at Flamborough Downs, the driver gets a hat trick was Brett McDonald. He'd win the first 2 races of the day. He'd win race 1 with Lady All-Star in 159, 4-year-old mare by my MVP. And then he would win with American Frontier, a 5-year-old Some Beat Somewhere gelding in 154 and 4. If you had the Brett McDonald early daily double, $2 would only pay $11.90, but still profit. And then you get his third win, race 7 with St. Lad's Flirt in 154 and 3. We'll go to Shenandoah Downs. I don't have replays here, but we'll just give a quick recap of what happened on Saturday. 3 drivers got 2 wins. First is Fern Paquette Jr. He'd win race 4 and 12. Corey Braden would also get races 7 and 8. And Christian Myers would win races 9 and 11. On Sunday, Fern Paquette Jr. would get the race 4 with Pacific Stride in 156 and 3 at 9-1. He'd also win race 9 with Lenda Handman in 155 and 1, and race 10 was his hat trick with Do Ya Think in 156 and 2. Now we'll move on to Saratoga. Had racing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. On Saturday, there was 3 splits for the Doc Frank Memorial Pace first leg. Race 7 was the first split. Let's see how this one ends.
Rolled through the park at the Spa today, rattling off at 3/4 and 126 and 4, and leading it by a length and a half SG Summers Dream will need a late rally to catch the coach. Lulu and Mary's not gaining any traction on the outside. And Isle Coach trying to seal the deal under Chris Long urging comes to the top of the stretch with a length and a half lead. SG Summers Dream going to try to gun him down late in the game. Isle Coach is still there. SG Summers Dream coming on second. Isle Coach still the boss. SG Summers Dream flying late at him, too late. Isle Coach. It's Isle Coach from SG Summers Dream with Lulu and Mary, 156-1.
Yeah, Isles Coach and 156-1 with Chris Long gets the win in the first one. Race 9 was the second split. Let's see how this one ends.
One Coke, 3/4 up in 126, and it is entrenched, and he's in deep water now. King Kong takes it to him, and here comes King Kong. Beckwith unleashes the beast as Bruce's VO and Coke revs up the engine on the outside as they gang up on entrench. King Kong takes over and tries to turn on the afterburners. Bruce's VO and Coke is charging down the center to be a test late to King Kong. Bruce's VO and Coke is surging now. It's Bruce's VO and Coke zooming by. King Kong was second. Joe Pa's Master got up for third. 156-4.
Chris Long gets another one there with Bruce's VO and Coke. That was actually the second of 3 wins. He'd also win race 12. Race 11 was the third split for the Doc Frank Memorial. Let's see it here.
About, but the favorite is holding firm. 3/4 and 127-4. 29 seconds in the third quarter for You Are My Rock, who's looking to put Prairie Classic to bed. Moving up on the outside is Air of Southwest, and that one has some spring to his step, but has a lot of work to do if he's going to catch You Are My Rock with 1/8 of a mile to pace. And it's You Are My Rock now by 3-4 lengths, and he begins to draw away. Air of Southwest is closing well to be second. Rendezvous Bay shakes free late, but it's You Are My Rock living up to the high expectations at 1-5. Air of Southwest was second, then Rendezvous Bay and Helsinki, 156-1.
Yeah, You Are My Rocks with Brett Beckwith getting the win there. On to Sunday at Saratoga, the John Mojian Senior Memorial Trot. There was 4 splits for this as well. 3 splits. Yeah, race 4 was the first one. Let's see how this ends.
And leading the way is Pembroke Traveler, has cleared away from Pacmia. Still in the pocket, that's Gritman. Going to the outside is Technical Wows. They're in the stretch. And leading it is Pembroke Traveler. Here comes Gritman on the outside. On the inside, still Pembroke Traveler's got plenty. It's going to be Pembroke Traveler in front. Second for Gritman. Third for Pacmia. Fourth for Technical Wow.
Yeah, Pembroke Traveler wins that in 159 with McGuire Torres in the Vikey Trains, that trotter as well. Race 8 was the second split. Tactical Land wins by a head here in 2 minutes and 3/5 for Jim DeVow. Let's watch how it ends, though.
130-2. Trade pocket chip for Miss Chipaway. Still third is Delta Win. Right there, fourth for Some Kind of Good. Now popping the pocket. Here goes Miss Chipaway and Chris Long as they make the turn for home. Tactic Land on the inside. Here comes Miss Chipaway on the outside as they're in the stretch. Tactic Land still leading away, slipping on the inside. Delta Win off stride of moment was Miss Chipaway. To the front still is Tactic Land. Tactic Land in front. Second for Delta Win. Tight for third, either Some Kind of Good or Miss Chipaway.
Yeah, Queen and and then the next one, race 11, Queen Indeed wins in 2 minutes and 2/5 with Billy Dobson in the bike. But let's see how it ends here.
Three quarters, 131-1. They race around the final turn, and it's a length and a half advantage for Queen Indeed. Outside going the wrong direction, 7 beads. On the inside, ready to come out late is Sonny's Rebel as they make that turn for home, and it's all Queen Indeed by 2. Here comes a rush now by Sonny's Rebel far outside for Barnello. It's going to be Queen Indeed in front. Second for Sonny's Rebel. Third for Barnello. Fourth for 7 beads.
Yeah, and that wraps that up. We'll move on to the Open Trot race 6 on Saturday. 15,000 up for grabs in a field of 8. Here it is.
Cover a little bit is Pay Me Tonight.
Ready to come latest Tancher Blue Chip 3/4, 126-4. Discus Hanover now has opened up 2 as they're in the stretch. Discus Hanover, the one to knock off, leads this one 2.5 lengths. Second best on the inside, Powers Court up on the outside comes Malibu Kid. It's Discus Hanover in front. Powers Court second, Malibu Kid third.
Yeah, open trot there, Discus Hanover in 156-3. On to Monday, last night at Saratoga, or yesterday afternoon, I guess, was really when it was on. As the race started at like 1 p.m. Eastern time or 12 p.m. Eastern time, something like that. We had 2 splits for the Virginia O'Brien Memorial Pace first leg, 10,000 up for grabs. A field of 8 in the first split. Race 4, real close finish here. Minor upset even. I'll spoil that. Let's see how it ends though.
On a perfect trip, a tougher journey for a first over. Wicked Wishes. EA Perfect Wish thinking about moving 3 wide, and now Wicked Wishes goes off stride there. Wicked Wishes made a bad break and is back to last as I Loved Her first. Braces for Molly's Game as they come to the top of the stretch. Southwind Spiral is third. 3 lengths back to Perfect Patricia as they turn for home. I Loved Her first, getting all she can handle from Molly's Game, who's down the center to challenge. I Loved Her first, still there. Molly's Game, one last surge at her to get it. Molly's won the game with I Loved Her first, second, then Southwind Spiral third.
Yeah, there's Molly's Game winning the Virginia O'Brien first split here with Chris Long in the bike at 4-1. The second split, race 10, another field of 8. Wasn't as close of a finish. A Lady Saturn wins in 156-4 with Brett Crawford in the bike. But let's see how it ends here.
Back down 3/4 and 127-1 for Lady Divine, and the longtime leader still dealing with a pesky. That's a huge beach right there, tipping 3 wide. Lady Saturn gets going now. Vice versa, Blue Chip waits for the open stretch. Coming on 5th is Wicked Bling. It's still wide open as they gang up on Lady Divine. Here's Lady Saturn. Lady Saturn bursts onto the scene and turns on the afterburners now. It's Lady Saturn who kicks away. Lady Saturn with That's a Huge Beach in second. Lady Saturn powers home. That's a Huge Beach with second, 156-3.
And then I forgot to mention Chris Long, who won the first split, also ends the day with 4 wins. On to Saturday and Sunday at Pocono, or Saturday and Monday Pocono Downs. The Bobby Wise series continues. On Saturday, we had 3 splits for the 3-year-old Philly Pacers. The first one was race 3, 20,000 here in each purse. Let's see how the first one ends.
24-2, 27-2 on the backside. There is Big City Daisy. Showboat Hanover suddenly cutting into that margin in a hurry, and Sweet Illusion following that up. And now off stride goes Showboat Hanover, and Sweet Illusion got knocked out by that as well. And that means it's a nice, comfortable lead here for Big City Daisy. That field really scattered there, and Big City Daisy is going to coast at the end of the mile here. It's Baxter moving up into the second spot, and then Costa Diva, Big City Daisy for an easy win here. The other 3 that do not finish this race after that incident on the turn. Baxter second.
Yeah, there was that little incident at the turn there. It's only 3 of the horses finished, but Big City Daisy was the winner at 4-1. The second split, race 6, field of 7 in this one. We'll pick this one up and see how this one ends.
Dissipating a bit. Varsity Blue Chip getting closer. Sweet Lexi Lou looking for a 3 wide, and still right there in the pocket is Just a Mickey Moment. They come around the turn to the top of the stretch. All kinds of heat on Claire DeLu. Just a Mickey Moment will take the short way. Sweet Lexi Lou closing well on the outside. Varsity Blue Chip still trying in between. Varsity Blue Chip, Sweet Lexi Lou coming on. Sweet Lexi Lou going to be another upset winner here. Tyler Buter, Sweet Lexi Lou by 3 parts of a length. Looks like Claire DeLu holds on for second there. Varsity Blue.
Yeah, 33-1 upset there with Sweet Lexi Lou with Tyler Buter in the bike. And the third and final split for the Pacing Phillies was race 7. Beautiful Roz wins, and 153 was the heavy favorite. Jack Peeling in the bike for Brett Peeling. Let's watch how it ends, though.
7 and 4 third panel. Beautiful Roz to lead a length and a half. I'm a Believer hanging around Petrol Queen, moving up more aggressively now and further back on the inside to Hurricane Aphrodite in fourth. They wing around the turn to the top of the stretch. Beautiful Roz looking to seal the deal. Petrol Queen on the outside. Inside, I'm a Believer. Pelling starting to ask, and Beautiful Roz starting to respond as she separates here. Beautiful Roz will complete the sweep of the preliminary legs here and wins by 3 3/4 for Jack Pelling. Petrol Queen second. I'm a Believer third. Hurricane Aphrodite fourth. It's Beautiful Roz again.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to the 3-year-old colt pace. First split, race 4. 20,000 again here, field of 8. Let's see how it goes.
3 in the back. Hurricane Justin by 2. Supplemental fee trying to reel him in. Who Said I Can't, inching a bit closer on the inside. And then well back to Rochester Flash in fourth. They come around to the top of the stretch. Hurricane Justin trying to take them all the way, but now Who Said I Can't dives to the inside to challenge. Supplemental fee striving but having a hard time getting closer. Who Said I Can't takes over the late lead for Braxton Boyd. Pocket trip to pay dirt. Who Said I Can't gets it by 3 parts of a length. Hurricane Justin second, supplemental fee third.
Yeah, that was Who Said I Can't there at 6-1 with Braxton Boyd. There's actually 4 splits for this one. Race 8 was the second split. Jason Bartlett at 8-1 and 8 non-stop in time and 152 and 4. Let's see how he does it though.
Ain't no stopping time, 3/4 1, 24 even, 27-2 on the back. Ain't no stopping time, trying to hold off Reggie the fourth. Meanwhile, second over Tin Cup Chalice, getting much closer now. And Spring Blake has been waiting his chance in the pocket. Top of the stretch, ain't no stopping time. The lead 3 parts of length. Bartlett asking for more. Reggie the fourth on the outside is there. Inside Spring Blake, way outside Tin Cup Chalice, and ain't no stopping time. Had a little bit more power late today. Ain't no stopping time. Gets it done in the front end by 3 parts of a length. Reggie the fourth could never get past him, settles for second. It was Spring Blake third, Port Royal Hanover fourth.
And then the third split, race 10. Real tight finish here. Some upsets looming. Let's watch it.
Pressure, 3/4 123 and 4, 27 and 3 third panel. Southwind Celsius now even with Bonaparte. Sweet Beach Life still waiting for his chance, and now Dreambird pops out full of pace in fourth. Around the turn to the top of the stretch, Southwind Celsius has a slight lead on Bonaparte. Dreambird is a major threat on the outside. Sweet Beach Life coming up on the inside. Southwind Celsius the lead. Dreambird trying to get to him. Southwind Celsius does it again this week with one 24 and 2, 28 and 1 third panel. Tighter up front now with Cruising America dealing with Anti-Up Hanover. Pompeo second over in a good pouncing spot, and in the pocket War Machine has dropped back just a bit but 2 away. Top of the stretch, Cruising America, Anti-Up Hanover just about on even terms now. Pompeo looking to come up on the outside. Anti-Up Hanover with the slight lead over Cruising America. Pompeo is chasing out wide. It's Anti-Up Hanover. Anti-Up Hanover. Todd Shado with the first over score by a little less than a half length. Pompeo was second. Way to go, Captain rallied.
Yeah, Anti-Up Hanover wins that one. On to Monday, we had 4 splits for the 3-year-old Colt Trot at Pocono Downs here in the Bobby Weiss Series. We'll pick up the first one, race 3. Here it is.
29 even third panel. Blackhawks at the lead back to a length over Lamtar, who's still striving. Meanwhile, Shermont is about a length and a half back in third, and then way back to Honor Guard in fourth. To the top of the stretch, Blackhawk Zet looking to finish what he started, leads by a length and a half. Shermont on the inside, Lamtar on the outside going after it here, but Blackhawk Zet steady as he goes. He will sweep the preliminary legs. Blackhawk Zet by a length and a half. It was Shermont second, Lamtar third, much further back to Honor Guard fourth. Blackhawk Zet once again match.
And you heard Black Hawk Zet wins that one. The second split was won by Usain Hanover in race 5. Let's see how he does it.
These horses on the lead going off stride. 3/4 126 and 1, 29 and 1 third panel. And also there you had 4 6s go to the infield. So Usain Hanover now battling with Minotti as they come to the top of the stretch. It's Usain Hanover managed to avoid the trouble. Minotti is trying to stick with him there. Modelo a little bit further back in third. And now Usain Hanover asserting himself as the line approaches. Usain Hanover will pick up his second straight win, goes away at the very end to win by 3.5. It was Minotti second, Modelo third, and 4-6 comes back on after the break for fourth. Usain.
And then the third split was race 7. Green Pasture wins this one. Now let's check it out.
28-4 third panel. All Too Well leads it, and on the outside, that was an attempted first over by 7 reps. He goes off stride. Green Pasture still there in the pocket. Touch points showing some late kick third, and well back to High Life in fourth. Top of the stretch, All Too Well tries to close it out. Green Pastures a bit wide on that turn, but now revving up on the outside. It's All Too Well and Green Pastures, and Green Pastures hustles right on by for Jason Bartlett. Green Pastures will go away to win it here by 3 1/4. All Too Well has to settle for the second spot, touch point third, and walk while you're talking fourth. Green Pastures on top.
Yeah, and the last thing to look at Pocono Downs on Monday, Gio Napolitano Jr.
Soft here, and Wall Street Edge holding.
Oh, sorry, this is the fourth split. Sorry, my bad. There's the fourth and final split. I got ahead of myself here. Race 9, Victor Laszlo wins in 1:59.2. Let's see how he does it.
Right there, inside going green is dropped back now 2 away, and off the cover, Victor Laszlo hoping to rally. Top of the stretch, it's Wall Street Edge on top, International Craze right on his flank, and Victor Laszlo on the march out in the center of the track. Wall Street Edge still something left, but no match for Victor Laszlo, proving he can come from off the pace today. He sweeps the 3 preliminary legs, and he wins by 2 at the end for Mark McDonald. Wall Street Edge did hold on for second. International Craze was third, going green. Fourth.
And like I was saying before, Gio Napolitano Jr. gets a hat trick. He actually gets 3 in a row, starting race 13 with Kind of Lucky Lindy in 1:55.4. Wins that one by a neck. Race 14 at 5-1, Just the Facts in 1:56.3. Another 5-1 here. Wins by a nose in 1:53.3 with Only the Tough Survive. Miami Valley Raceway up next. Sunday had a open fillies and mares pace race 8, 34,000 up for grabs. Field of 8. Let's see how it ends here. Again, filly mares open pace at Miami Valley.
Three and 1, 27-4 backside. Alexa Sky with the lead. Ain't the same without you. Is inching in and closing on the outside for Tony Hall. Racing for 300 tight line. Still follows from the pocket. Coming 3 wide Anthem. They're off the turn on their way home. Alexa Sky outside. Ain't the same without you. Racing for 3. A straight shot up the rail is closing. Outside Anthem far outside. Mosdale Lottie to the wire. Racing for 3 to win it. Tight photo for place. 151-4.
Yep. Racing for 3 there. A couple races later was the Fillies and Mares Open 2 pace. Race 10, 31,000 up for grabs in this one. Hungry Lizzo wins. Let's see how she does it.
Demon 124-4, 28-1. Third quarter. It's still Hungry Lizzo with the lead. Beautiful Seaside trying to gear up from the pocket. Continuing to save ground. Fear Our Faith outside. Chetta into the stretch. Hungry Lizzo opens up a couple. Beautiful Seaside is digging in up the rail. Fear Our Faith is closing. Hungry Lizzo from Fear Our Faith. A drifting Beautiful Seaside. Tight photo for 4th between Screaming Demon and Chetta 152-1.
And Chris Page was in the bike there. That's his second of 3 wins on the day on Sunday. 2 other drivers would get hat tricks as well. Kane Kaufman's one of the other ones. No luck needed in race 2 at 3-1. Wins by neck in 157.2. Race 6 is his second win. 27-1. Sweet Western in 154.3. Bombs away there. And then his Kaufman gets his hat trick. Race 7 with Swan Hell of a Rush in 158.1. A 4-1 upset there. Brett Miller was the other driver to get a hat trick. Allie's Treasure in race 4 in 152.2 was the favorite. Then Miller would win back-to-back races starting in the 11th with Collector at 3-1 and 157.1, and race 12 at 2-1. Absolute Euphoria in 151.4. Wins by a neck here with the 4-year-old mare by Dome That Again. Or sorry, Do Me That Again. Do Me That Again. Sorry, those spread ones always get me. And then to Monday at Miami Valley, the James Hackett Memorial for 3-year-old trotting filly final, 50,000 up for grabs. Field of 6. Let's see how it goes.
Caddy has him there, 58-1. 30 and a fifth in the second split. Jurassic Caddy threw in a nasty step and came right back down trotting. Osaka Hall is closing in. She's second on the outside. Legacy Affair from a loose pocket is third. Following cover, Maxine's Hill is there fourth. Then it is I Am Independent. 3 to the trailer, All About Faith. To 3/4, it's Jurassic Caddy inside. Osaka Hall on the outside and neck back second. Legacy Affairs had the trip. Maxine's Hill laps to start looking 3 wide. I Am Independent continues to save ground. 126-1 for 3/4, 28 flat down the backside. The trailer, All About Faith, as they come to the top of the stretch. It's Jurassic Caddy with the lead. Has it by nearly 2 as they swing into the stretch. Legacy Affair will straighten up, dig in, and try to close. Osaka Hall and I Am Independent battling for the show dough as they come to the wire. Jurassic Caddy wins the James K. Hackett Memorial in 154.
Yep, like you heard, Jurassic Caddy in 154 with Brett Miller in the bike. There was an open trot, race 9. 34,000 up for grabs. Flemstein wins this, but let's see how he does it.
Horses and Kildare King, 124-1 for 3/4. 27-2 and a scorecard. Dan, he's got the lead, is taking it away from Don't Take My Keys. Flemstein on the outside is third in trying to rally. Sandy's Commando L 3 wide off the turn. Lane of Stone looking for a way through traffic through the stretch. Scorecard Dan. Flemstein closing on the outside. Scorecard Dan digging in. Flemstein getting to him. Scorecard Dan. Flemstein in time. Flemstein from Scorecard Dan. Sandy's Commando L and a photo for fourth between Lane of Stone and Spitfire Overseas. 153-2.
Yeah, and then we'll move on to the open 2 trot, race 10. Wildfire Sealster wins this one in 153-4 with Jeremy Smith in the bike, and this would be one of 6 wins for Jeremy Smith on the day. Wildfire Sealster does it at 4-1. Let's see how.
$100 bill has the lead. Wildfire Sealster continuing to close up on the outside is challenging there on even terms as they come to the top of the stretch. Forceful Power floats out 3 wide for Sandy Beatty. Bella Button is giving away a touch to the inside, trying to close DC Anna. And Wildfire Sealster surges to the lead. Forceful Power is digging in, but Wildfire Sealster will win it from Forceful Power. DC Anna, photo for fourth between $100 bill and winning ticket. 150.
And we'll move on to Rideau Carlton Raceway, how racing just on Sunday. They had a preferred trot and a preferred pace. First, we'll look at the preferred trot, race 3, 10,000 up for grabs, field of 5. But let's listen to Melissa Keith here with the call.
Winding up, they hit 3/4 in 126-3. Donna Tover now has competition on his outside. Meadow Branch Noble is coming on. Moving up into third. Second over is I'm a stand-up guy. Here they come down the stretch. Donna Tover fighting back. Meadow Branch Noble coming on. Donna Tover versus Meadow Branch Noble. It's between these two. And it's a very tight finish. Third, I'm a stand-up guy ahead of CrossFit. And
yeah, 156-4. It was Meadow Branch Noble and Guy Gagnon. A couple races later was the preferred pace. Let's see how this one goes.
3/4 in 125. Dylan's Bank, PL Aussie looking strong. He hits the 3/4 in 125 flat. They're on the final turn and still led by PL Aussie, but the light speed looks to unleash a late kick here and try to hunt down the favorite. That's Shotgun Jerry still sitting second, but they're not going to catch PL Aussie tonight. PL Aussie looks to be too good. The light speed second. Shotgun Jerry finishes third ahead of Jet Rock. 153.
Sorry, it's 153-4 for PL Aussie and Pascal Berube. There was also a driver that had a hat trick, was Ryan Guy. He'd win his first race in race 2. Yeah, sorry, again, Melissa does such a good job. I forgot the muter. Smells Like Teen Spirit in race 2 with Ryan and wins in 2 minutes and 1/5. He'd get his second win, race 6, with Big Pete Style in 159-4. That was actually a dead heat with Western Phil and Guy Gagnon, and he would also win race 10 with Silverado in 157.3. Now we only have 4 tracks left. These tracks only had racing on Monday. First up, Monticello. 2 drivers could only get 2 wins on their card yesterday afternoon at Monticello Raceway. 7 races. Bruce Aldridge would win race 2 with Marvin B. Swift in 2 minutes even. And then he would also win race 6 with Bank Guard in 2 minutes and 1/5. The other driver to get 2 wins yesterday at Monticello was Michael Merton. He'd win race 4 at 6-1 with Twisty Wheat in 156.4. He'd then follow that up with race 5 in Mystical Gal in 159.1. On to Oak Grove yesterday. The 4-year-old Kentucky Sired Stakes Leg 1 kicked off, $50,000 in each. First, we'll look at the 4-year-old Pacers, Horse and Gelding Pacers, race 1. Let's see how it goes.
Now a closer second. For Once in My Life at the inside is back in third. Admiral Hill is stalled a bit in fourth. Sliding up inside of him comes Mr. Tanaki. They head to the top of the stretch, and it's still Tip Top Cat with the lead. On the outside, Combustion trying to grind him down. For Once in My Life racing third. Here's Admiral Hill now kicking in on the far outside from fourth. They're in mid-stretch. It's Tip Top Cat on the outside. Admiral Hill is charging. Admiral Hill gets up to win it. Tip Top Cat was second. For Once in My Life third. 150-2.
Admiral Hill wins that one. On to the second split for the 4-year-old Horse and Gelding Pacers race 7. Here it is.
To attack the leader. Blue Lou at the inside is now back in third. Here's Can't Stop Blue advancing second over from fourth. The Good Doctor is fifth at the inside, followed by A Cool Moment on the outside, 6 3/4, 124-2. They turn for home. Bamboozler on the inside, El Rey on the outside. These two are stride for stride. Blue Lou needs racing room on the outside. Can't Stop Lou is fourth in mid-stretch. Bamboozler to the far outside. El Rey charging. El Rey gets it done. Looks like Blue Lou got through for second over Bamboozler in 151-1.
Yeah, El Rey gets the win there. The 4-year-old Horse and Gelding Trot had 2 splits as well. Races 9 and 10. Here's the first one.
Moving up much closer now. Here comes Southwind Molly. They're up 3/4, 124-3, and on the front end, it's still lane side with the lead. On the outside, low BR Easy Sunday just keeps on coming. 3 wide from the back. Here comes Carson Conrad and Southwind Molly in the stretch. On the inside, lane side Logic. Between horses getting loose late, Rocket M. Lane side Logic. On the inside, outside Rocket M. These two hit the wire together.
Yeah, it was Rockin' M there, and the second split was race 10. French Wine wins in 154-1 with Andy Miller in the bike being out David Miller just by a neck, but let's see how close it really was.
French Wine is right there second, 3/4, 125-4. Gimone along the inside narrows up from third. Then it's Prince of Honor in the fourth spot. Outside, Show Me a Million, but as they turn home, it's still Ari Ferrari with the lead, 1.25 lengths. French Wine now gets ready to swing to the outside from second. Far outside, Gimone is third. In mid-stretch, Ari Ferrari. French Wine down the center of the track. Prince of Honor the inside. French Wine. French Wine gets it done. Gimone, a late close up for second. Tight for third between Prince of Honor and Ari Ferrari.
Yeah, and then we'll go on to the Kentucky Sire Stakes Mares 4-year-old. Mambasita wins this one in 153-3, but let's see how.
Outside second, Foolish Games along the inside is third. Moving on the outside, Rayleigh Something, who's been advancing gradually for a while now, a closer third. 1.5 lengths back has Peekaboo Lady on the outside in the fifth spot, 3/4, 125 flat. They turn for home. Mambasita on the inside, Canterbury Hanover on the outside. To the far outside, Rayleigh Something joins them, but it's still Mambasita. Mambasita by 2.5, and she's going to coast to the wire. Canterbury Hanover held second. Rayleigh Something was third. Peekaboo Lady up for fourth.
And then race 5 was the mare Pacers. Zanata wins by a neck in 150-4 with Andy Miller in the bike. Let's see how she does it.
Secret is a close third to All a Good Night fourth. Hungry for Love with the second over trip is fifth. Then it's Can't Get You Out of My Mind sixth and Soft Spot. 3/4 1:22-4. Third quarter 20-7-1. And it's Always Be Naughty who's had this field at her mercy throughout. She's on top a length and a half. At the inside, Zanata trying to get to her. Out in the center of the track, Keep My Secret is kicking in. Always Be Naughty. Late pace from Zanata. Zanata between horses to win it. Zanata gets up at the wire. Always Be Naughty was second and Keep My Secret third in 150-4.
And then we got the open pace. He's a Wise Guy wins in 151-1, 30,000. Field of 8, but let's see how he takes this home.
This kit Rocks between horses is fourth. On the far outside, Rocks Shining Star fifth. Saddle Up Needs Racing Room sixth. 3/4 1:22-3. Heading to the top of the stretch, he's a Wise Guy still on top by 2. No losing along the inside second. Sham Wow is third. Far outside comes This Kit Rocks, but in mid-stretch, he's a Wise Guy still with the lead. This Kit Rocks late pace, but it's He's a Wise Guy to win it. This Kit Rocks was up for second. No losing third. Saddle Up fourth in 151.
Yeah, and that's everything from Oak Grove. Remember to check out my picks and analysis for them today. They kick off in about an hour and a bit here, and my picks and analysis can be found on harnesslink.com or in the description. 2 tracks left. Plain Ridge on yesterday had a couple drivers get 2 wins. First is Brett Beckwith. He gets races 2 and 6. Race 2 with Tobin's Edge in 153-4. He beats out Clean Shave. And then race 6, he wins with Odds on Lauderdale in 153-2. Matthew Etherin would also get 2 wins. He gets his first in race 7 with Always a Mickey in 152-1. He'd also win race 11 with Paternity Suit in 151-4. And the last driver to get 2 wins at Plain Ridge yesterday was Sean Thayer. He wins race 8 with Six Finger Freddy in 152-4. That's race 8. He'd also follow that up with race 10 with Twin BJs in 152-3 at 6-1. I'm a little ahead there. We'll still have to watch that replay from that. Long show today. We're over an hour. We're going to be over hour 45 by the time this is all said and done. We just got one last track to look at after this. Harrington Raceway. We have the open pace when we're done this. 22,500 up for grabs. Sprocket wins in 152-4 with Pat Berry. Tracy Berry trains. Sports Rider sired Gelding. 9-year-old wins that. As well, just after that, Ross Wolfenden wins. We'll show that. He gets a hat trick, but here is the open pace.
$125-1 into the final turn. Don't Like It Leave. Holding off. That's Sprocket with the lead. Bob O'Reilly. Don't Like It Leave backed away. They come over toward the top of the stretch, ready to turn for home and straighten away. And Sprocket has the lead by a length and a half. Back toward the inside now. Bob O'Reilly coming through the stretch. It's Sprocket pulling away. Leads by 2.5 in mid-stretch, and it'll be Sprocket to win it. Bob O'Reilly gets second. Up for third now. That's Sir Charles of Skye in 152-4.
Yeah, and that's the open pace. We also have Ross Wolfenden get a hat trick. He wins his races 7, 11, and 14. Race 14 here with under contract in 150 flat. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Art Major getting it done there. That's everything I have for you today on Harness News Update. We're here live on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com. Because harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. We're also sponsored by HarnessBid because it's a game changer, just like this show, for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. And thank you to our friends at the USTA. Without them, we'll never make any of this possible. We'll be back Friday for our Friday episode, and I'll keep it locked in at harnesslink.com. And again, check out Harness News Update, picks and analysis. I'm Trey Colbeck. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.